Hello people, I realized one thing when I was building this list. 2000 is definitely the richest year in the gaming history, not in mere numbers only, but in the best quality of games too. When you actually see the games at the end of the video that didn't make it on my list, you will be surprised. Stay till the end if you want to see all of those amazing games that were not on my top 10 list of 2000. Let's begin the countdown. Metal Gear Solid keywords were tactical, espionage, action game with rich story and great characters. This is probably Hideo Kojima best game in his life, and that's why it's on spot number 10. I'm not a great fan of Metal Gear series, but I'm still gonna place Metal Gear Solid in my list because it deserves to be here. At spot number 9, we have Icewind Dale. It is maybe a linear CRPG, but hell, it's still great even now in 2017. This game has the magic and immersion and story, and they're all combined well together, and Black Isle Studios can surely be proud of this masterpiece. At spot number 8, we have Sanity, Aiken's artifact. This game has a special place in my heart. Not many people heard about it, but I guarantee that you will have a lot of fun with it. It's great story, it's great riddles, and very nice action adventure too. All of those elements combined together in Sanity. A perfect mix of genres, and I recommend this game to everyone. At spot number 7, we have Command and Conquer Red Alert 2. Another game from Westwood, and of course it's real-time strategy. Even better, it's great real-time strategy. It's addicting, has nice story, great unit diversity, and very interesting campaign missions and objectives. At spot number 6, we have Deus Ex. This action role-playing stealth first-person shooter was released by Eidos Interactive and is for sure one of the best games in that genre that's ever created. John Storm created a history here, and again, I highly recommend this game to everyone too. At spot number 5, we have Counterstrike. What can I say about Counterstrike 1.0? It was different back then, sitting with 15 friends in the same room, yelling, cussing and swearing at each other. A lot of fun when it was released, but unfortunately now everyone sits at their homes and play this online. New versions, of course, of Counter-Strike. I stopped with Counter-Strike like 16 years ago, but still this is probably in top 10 games, well, most played games of all times. Created by Half-Life as an add-on on Half-Life, released by Valve Corporation. Enough said. Spot number 4, we have The Longest Journey. You want one of the best adventures of all time? The Longest Journey delivers that immersion and great story with some very hard riddles and puzzles, and its gorgeous world. Every human being should experience this game at least once in their life. Alright, spot number 3, Planescape Torment. Black Isle Studios delivered one of the best stories in gaming universe ever. This old school CRPG is a masterpiece. Death is always welcome in Planescape Torment. Just play Planescape because it's never late to experience its amazing story. Torment is the best book you will ever play and the best game you will ever read. And we also have HD remastered version now. Fine. Number 2 is Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Amn, you wonder what is number 1 if Baldur's Gate 2 is at spot number 2. As I said, year 2000 is extremely rich with great titles. This is, without any competition, the best CRPG of all times, even now in 2017. Believe it or not, Planescape had a lot of influence on Baldur's Gate 2 storyline. Choices and consequences galore in this game. Beautiful world, great combat system, and a lot of secrets. To go through the world of Amn and inspect its every corner represents a magical adventure of epic proportions. With its 150 hours campaign with great replay value, you can easily sink in more than 1,000 hours in this masterpiece. Baldur's Gate 2 is a godfather to all CRPGs ever created, and it's a fact. At spot number 1, we have this masterpiece, Diablo II. For a full week, I was deciding what will take spot number 1, Diablo 2, Baldur's Gate 2, or Planescape Torment. And I picked Diablo 2. Why? Let's see. Well, I've spent more than 5,000 hours in it. Played every character in game, every champion. Finished the game on all difficulties, with all characters, alone and with friends. With friends, that's why it's number 1. 3 to 4 of us sat down in July 2000 and spent the whole summer, autumn, and winter playing this fucking addicting Blizzard Nords, the only true Blizzard game. Epic music from Matt Ullman again, great cinematics for its time, most addicting gameplay and loot system ever created. Fucking hell, it deserves number 1. And all hail David Breivik and Schaffer brothers for creating this masterpiece. If I could go back in time, I would surely pick July 2000 just to experience Diablo 2 for the very first time once more. Fuck it, I would go back to 96 to experience Diablo 1 once more for the very first time. But in my age now, around 30s. The greatest developers that ever assembled Blizzard North. Thank you. Now, we have games that couldn't make it to the top 10, so let's begin with them. We have Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, for all Star Trek fans. A nice game, very nice game. Tsar, very good strategy game. For all strategy lovers, I recommend it highly. In Cold Blood, a good game. We can compare it to Resident Evil. Same goes with Urban Chaos. It's more action based though than Resident Evil. Pharaon is very similar to Caesar 3, and I would highly recommend that for all of you who like strategy builders. Submarine Titans, very similar to StarCraft series, only in the ocean, in the deep ocean. Ground Control, a first 3D real-time strategy on Earth. Now, Master of Olympus Zeus, same as Pharaon and Caesar, only now in Greek mythology. Soldier of Fortune, if you like a lot of blood and a good first-person shooter, Soldier of Fortune is the way to go. Heavy Metal, great action, what can I say, from third-person perspective, very good. Soulbringer, a mix of RPG, hack and slash, also very nice game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, great skateboard simulation, maybe the best ever. Contraptions, for your brains, great game for your brain. Thief, I don't have to say anything about Thief, masterpiece also. Cultures, a good strategy if you like to build stuff. Kiss, Psycho Circus, great music and a lot of action from first person shooter perspective. Escape from Monkey Island, absolutely great adventure. Same goes with Gabriel Knight, although Gabriel Knight is more serious. Monkey Island is a comedy. Unreal Tournament again for first person shooter lovers. Rayman 2 for all platforming adventure lovers. The Great Escape is actually a very good game. I had a lot of fun with it back then. Bang, Gunship Elite. A great fight in space. Also highly recommend that. And the expansion pack for Half-Life. Also we have expansion pack for Homeworld, Cataclysm. Nax is Westwood's Diablo clone. Who loves Diablo will love Nax too. MDK2, great platform shooting third person perspective game. Midtown Madness, well, Race with Time in Midtown Madness too. A great driving game. Starlancer, again, a very good game, would highly recommend it. Warlords Battlecry, same goes with it, great strategy. Shogun Total War series have like 20 different games. This was placed in China, Mongolia and similar stuff. Sudden Strike, World War II, real-time strategy. Very hard game though, Sudden Strike 2. Tomb Raider 4, don't need to say anything about Tomb Raider. More missions, different stuff, same thing you do with Lara. So that would be all. As I said, 2000 produced epic quality and quantity of all the games, and you should play each of those. Those games in my top 10 list, and these games that are rolling right now that couldn't make it. I want to thank you all for watching, people, and I see you on the next one.